But here's the thing. As critical as that war was, it doesn't explain everything. It doesn't explain why, even before all of that, the two places were already on such different paths. That conflict didn't create the difference, it just exposed a much deeper divide that had been growing for centuries.
So let's talk about the fundamental operating system each of these societies was built on. It all starts with two totally different colonial blueprints.
Okay, so economists have these two key concepts. First, you have what are called inclusive institutions. Think of these as rules that protect private property for everybody, that enforce laws fairly, and that actually encourage people to invest and come up with new ideas. They tend to create widespread prosperity. And then you have the opposite, extractive institutions. These are designed to do one thing, funnel wealth from the masses to a tiny, powerful elite. And these two models, they map almost perfectly onto the colonial history of the Americas. In the British colonies, settlers fought for and demanded self-governance, creating local assemblies and laws from the ground up. But in Spanish America, it was a totally different story. It was a rigid, top-down system controlled from afar, where land and power were given only to a chosen few. One built a foundation for participation, the other a foundation for extraction.
And these different starting points, they didn't just stay in the past. They kickstarted these incredibly powerful feedback loops, virtuous circles of prosperity and vicious circles of poverty. And those loops are still shaping life in Nogales and everywhere else today. So think about it. In an inclusive system, a virtuous circle, when you trust that the rules are fair and your property is safe, what do? You invest, you start a business, you educate your kids. That drives innovation and growth, and everybody benefits. But in an extractive system, a vicious circle, that trust is gone. Corruption is everywhere. So you operate in the shadows, in the informal economy. Why would you innovate if someone powerful can just come and take it all away? Wealth gets stuck at the top, and the cycle of poverty just keeps on spinning.
Which brings us right back to where we started. That fence in Nogales, it's not just separating two countries. It's a real, physical line in the sand that marks two profoundly different paths, two different institutional rulebooks forged over hundreds of years.